Among other accomplishments, he is famous for giving the profession of talk show host a bad name. He is also one of the funniest people on the continent. Please welcome Mr. Martin Mull.
Hello, Martin. How are you, sir?
Hey, do I go around?
Yeah, you can go around, sure. Martin? Or you can go around this way. Either way, fine. Thank you.
Mr. Martin Mull,
Hi, Dave.
Hi, one of my favorite performers, entertainers, and I always, as many as I could, tried to see your Fernwood tonight and then later America Tonight. I thought it was inspired.
Well, thank you very much. It's expired as well. It's been off for almost 2 years.
It's a ghost,
but
as
you'll
they
find
say.
out how that feels. No, quite seriously, I think this is one of the few good shows on the air right now.
Oh, that's very nice. You don't need to...
It may well be the one.
Now, this is...
It's the best comedy NBC's had since Quincy.
Now, when I think of you, although I guess you're originally from New England, aren't you?
No, originally from Ohio, a small...
Well, I was certainly close, wasn't
Thank
it?
you. Really, Ohio? Or you just like the sound of it? That's great. You're talking about New England.
Anyway, somehow I associate New England and you, but I don't normally think of you being out of California. Well, I'm completely confused. What are you doing in New York is what I'm getting to.
I'm out of California. We left yesterday. We flew in here specifically to be on your show. I consider this a great honor.
Thank you very much for doing that.
They wouldn't have me on Quincy, so here I am. And also to promote things. Let's face it, a star of my caliber doesn't come on unless they have something to sell or promote. But I'm here to push an episode of Tattletales, David.
Tattletales, huh?
Yeah, my young fiancée, Wendy, and I did Tattletales last week, and it's a kind of thing that I think we need more of on the air. It's an important show. It doesn't really talk about the freeing of any particular race or the troubles they went through, and it's not a five-parter over a whole week, but in terms of episodic, but it is 5 parts. It's a whole week of Tattletales, and I don't want to ruin it for anybody. I won't tell you what week, but we won on Friday.
No kidding. Yeah. Unbelievable. That's it.
Thank you.
Certainly be a lot of people circling the TV guide. Let me ask you.
Wish I had a clip. I don't.
What's it like working with Bert Convy?
Bert is a very, very nice man.
Yeah, he seems to be.
He tells jokes during the intermissions when they go to commercial, etc., and I found it enjoyable, and he's an incredible dresser. And a very charming man. He ate with the contestants, too.
Oh, really? Ate right there
ate
in the same room?
We had food sent in, and he wasn't one of those, no, I'll stay in my room and eat. No. Not Bert Convy.
I know that a lot of people think that was the downfall of Peter Marshall, that he wouldn't eat with the contestants.
Yeah, well, he had that allergy to paper plates, too.
So, is there any chance, I know this is maybe conjecturing, but any chance of becoming a regular on this?
I'd like to. It's usually couples. In fact, we were kind of afraid that, not being married and everything, that we wouldn't be able to get on.
Ooh.
But, yeah, I know.
Yeah.
But apparently they've opened it up so that almost anything can get on the air if it comes in twos.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Ralph. This is my agent. Something
that'll
like that.
do.
Yeah.
Well, it's 1982, and why not? Shoot
There
the
you
works.
go. Go for it.
We're dressed similarly, aren't we?
Somewhat, yeah. Mine's a little darker, I think. Can you get that at home?
Yeah, it is a little darker. But this would be a navy, isn't it? Would you call that a navy?
Never been in the Navy, not myself. This is a dark navy woolen. This is more like a woven of some sort.
Might be a woven, but I would have said that's a navy, and then looking at this, I would have said this is a navy. It's just one of life's little oddities.
Well, it's basically if someone had said, it's not real dress up, but maybe men might want to wear something dark. I think we're both fine.
Yeah, that's great. These wardrobe hints are fascinating, aren't they, America? Now, what else have you been doing? I know you are a painter of some note.
That's right. That's why
artist?
I grew this. Grew the beard. Also, it's my rabid dog dispenser broke down, and I had no choice. No, I'm still using the same blade I've been using for years, Dave. It just doesn't seem to do the job it used to do. Yeah, I'm still painting. I got a new house in the Hollywood Hills.
Now, let's back up there a second. You talked about your fiancée, Wendy. You mentioned Wendy. sounds like a wedding is in the offing.
Yes, it is. And ironically enough, hers is the same day mine is. It's going to be great. We're going to marry each other just to make it easy.
Well, that'd be good. And so you're going to settle down, and you have a little dream house there? And
we're having the wedding right at our house, which is the way America likes it. You know, get the house first, get the cat, get the dog, that kind of thing. And doing a simple little ceremony in the backyard.
Yeah. Now,
just family.
Now
Wish I could have you all. Can't.
You don't seem like a simple guy. I'm guessing you got a big, elaborate house.
No, not really. It's I don't want it to be too big, even though of course I make that kind of money. No, I don't want to. You don't want to have like an intercom system or a megaphone system to the other end of the pool or something like that. We went pretty modest. It's in an area called the Swiss Alps, which is.
Swiss Alps, yeah.
Yeah, it's a place where they break into your house, they don't steal anything, they just like redecorate. You come home from a long trip, you go, my God, honey, someone's dusted.
But a crime nonetheless.
Crime nonetheless.
That's right.
Because maybe I wanted that dust, okay?
Absolutely.
But we've been having some work done on it, windows put in and things like that. Very boring stuff, just kind of day in, day out.
Now, you used to live at the beach. I always thought of you as a beach kind of guy.
Yeah? Wrong.
You don't care for the beach,
But you
huh?
live at the beach.
Well, yeah, not anymore, though.
You moved?
Well, I'm here in New York now, Martin.
Of course. Well, then so am I, so why am I talking about my house?
Oh, no.
Let's talk about your place here in my hotel room.
Well, good luck to you. The festivities.
In the hotel room?
No, with the upcoming marriage. So on and
thank
so
you
forth,
very
yeah.
much.
Now, tell me about painting. How's that going?
It's going pretty well. I set up my studio recently. I have all my toys on a shelf for inspiration. And things. What I do is, currently, I'm taking small toys. In fact, if anybody has any unique little ceramic dogs, cats, squirrels, little dog dishes, some of your wonderful gifts you were showing earlier today, anything like that, you can send them to me, care of this show. And because I know that kind of mail overload you could handle in a breeze. Let's say a rubber cigarette butt. I'd love that. Then I photograph these things and blow them up much larger than they are and airbrush them.
Yeah.
And then try to sell them for way too much.
Have we covered your painting? Is there anything you want to add to that? Or you want to go
I can't think of anything.
But you're a legitimate artist. You have shows and so forth?
I have one in New York here at a place called the Just Above Midtown Gallery, which is down, I believe, on Canal Street or someplace. And that was in December, and I'm looking to have another one sometime in my life.
Well, good. You're also, you're still doing motion pictures, continuing to do films?
Yeah, I just, not just, almost a year ago, and it's taking him a while to edit it, did a film called Flicks, which the concept, I guess, was to take an entire Saturday afternoon matinee. In other words, there's a cartoon, I think there might even be a newsreel, then there's a murder mystery, a ghost story, a space epic, and they put this all into one film, and I play two parts in that. One is just an ordinary wasp, which was kind of a stretch for me. And the other is the part of we did a space epic, and instead of Ming the Merciless, who you remember from Flash Gordon, they came up with a guy named Tang the Tasteless. And I play Tang.
You had a project with Mr. Steve Martin?
Yeah, we were doing a pilot for NBC, which may well get on the air again. You might want to write to NBC. Myself and Valerie Perrine and Steve Martin. Actually, Steve Martin and I came up with the idea. Then we had a couple of writers, wonderful people from Taxi, who probably don't want to be named since it wasn't picked up. And Valerie Perrine and myself, a little domestic comedy. And
she's an attractive female, huh?
Yes, she is. She said it was the first time she'd ever performed in front of a live audience with her shirt on.
Darn the luck. We're going to pause because, yes, you guessed it, it's time for intermission.
Oh.
Hi, I'm David Letterman, host of NBC's Late Night. During the commercial break, why don't you enjoy a nice big basket of crispy golden brown fried chicken, just like we do here in the studio. You'll be glad you did. Thank you. Now, you have hosted The Tonight Show.
You have.
Hosted your own program.
As you have.
Yes, and you've guested on myriad programs.
Maybe we're the same guy.
Now, which do you prefer? This sounds like a real talk show question.
I like being here with you, and not just because that's Not just for the obvious reasons, Dave. No, you've done it all. You've done it all too.
Yeah.
When you're a host, when you're a guest, you only have to be interested in yourself. Really. If you're a host, you have to fake interest in other people. Right there, you got one foot in the grave.
Yeah.
Right. That's it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. That's
Right.
what I'm doing now.
And you're thinking, great. Well, gee, we'd love to talk longer, but we have, someone who's going to dance or something, that type of thing. I would say, being a guest on a show where the host actually has read a book and can talk is the best, and this is it.
Yeah. Well, great. I'd love to talk to you longer, Martin, but we have somebody who's going to dance for us now, and I appreciate you stopping by anytime you're in New York, and we'll be looking for you on Tattletale, sir.
Well, thank you very much, and as I say, we won on Friday.
All right, good for you. Ladies and gentlemen, the multi-talented Mr. Martin Mull.
Thank you, Martin. You want to hang around a while? I'll be here.
Okay, thank you, sir. Martin Mull, ladies and gentlemen.